Hello, people on the couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video. Good morning, everyone. I am Debbie, and this is Mark, and we are two old people on the couch, and I'd like to welcome everybody this morning, and we've been working on our show this morning, so we got everything going on, and I know. I'm just getting started.
All right, listen. Now you wanted to start off. Go ahead.
Oh, I wanted to start out with I wanted everybody to make sure that you're keeping prayers going for Rhonda from At Home with Tom and Rhonda Howard, and Julie at the channel Heard That, because today they're going to have the ceremony for their father who passed away a week or two ago.
Prayers go out to them and their families.
Yes, and their families. So prayers for them. Oh, and I had one other thing.
Go ahead.
Okay. David Hood, if you're in the background watching this and not commenting, comment so we know you're okay. Yeah, we need to know you're okay. We've been worried about you. We haven't seen you. So
there's been no contact with him for a while. So
leave a comment if you're watching the replay, whatever. Just reach out. Okay. Reach out. So good morning, everyone.
Now I wanted to start off.
Okay.
And
we do have Ned coming up.
Yeah, Ned.
And lots of news.
Ned is out.
Hit it.
First off, I wanted to talk about our thumbnail.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of people are like, ooh, what's going on? But not too many. And I'll get to the point.
Okay.
There. Not too many people really care about the thumbnail because I am trying to prove a point.
Okay, prove a point.
Now, they say, find out what's hot, what's trending, what is everybody talking about, right? And make a fancy thumbnail.
Yes.
Yeah. And do that. Mm-hmm. And it will attract lots of views, right?
Yes.
But I want to prove that I can do everything that everybody else is doing and remain antiviral.
Oh,
and
no.
only get 20.
Oh, no.
I suspect with my theory that only 20 people will be joining us today.
Yes.
And my ways of staying antiviral will stay intact.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
All right, so I got that, and then how my brain starts thinking, right? The bureaus, especially like alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, right? Mm-hmm. I was wondering, how did that come to be, right? How did those three things come to be? And I thought, they were in a board meeting. This is just my theory.
Okay, this is your theory.
They're in a board meeting, and they're like, okay, this guy's like, we don't have that much time. We're hemorrhaging. We need to consolidate our bureaus.
Okay, we're consolidating.
We only need one manager. We got to cut costs. So we're going to bundle three together today.
Okay.
And I want to start out with alcohol, guys. Okay. And I don't have that much time. So I'm going to ask two of you out there to give your advice, what we can bundle together.
With the alcohol? Okay. So somebody shouts out.
Yeah. So they're in the meeting board, and the lead guy goes, in honor of David, we'll go, David. Mm-hmm. David, what do you suggest? And David goes, alcohol, tobacco. And he's like, ooh, they're both mind-altering drugs, right?
Well,
substances.
Mm-hmm.
Putting those two together makes logical, perfect sense. Now, this is way back in the 30s, 40s. I don't know whenever it came to be, but back then they even had the diversity hire.
Yeah.
But they didn't have enough rednecks. They didn't have enough rednecks on the board. Right. Okay. Yeah, not enough rednecks. So they asked, I guess the boss man told me I had to take advice from a diversity hire. Let's go out to Rooster, our redneck diversity hire. Okay. Rooster, what do you want to bundle with it? And Rooster's like, firearms. I like firearms, He's like, oh my God.
Okay.
He goes, I had to take the first two.
Yeah, okay.
And I had to take advice from Rooster.
Yeah.
So it's going to be alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
Okay.
We're going to have to run with it.
All right,
and that's how that all came to be.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
You always want to get a good history lesson here on there. Remember, if you're watching the replay, watch us at 2x speed for a better experience on that too. So we've got that covered. I got my antiviral theory that we're testing and how that came to be. Now, while we're on the subject of
alcohol, tobacco, and
firearms. Greta Thunberg.
Greta.
Now, in fact, I want to change it all up.
Okay.
Never mind what I just said.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to change the subject. You remember Greta?
Yes,
Greta.
Thunberg
or I don't know if it's,
the global woman's.
Yeah, she was out there, and she had to retract one of her posts that said 5 years ago that if we didn't immediately
get off fossil fuels,
the world would come to an end.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't come true. So she had to drop that. And since then, she ain't been looking too good.
No.
She's not looking too good.
No.
But she's got somebody that's a new sponsor. So you want to get out to a picture?
Yeah, I want to get out to a picture.
All right, here we go. Let's get out to a picture. There you go. There she is. She's got it is tied together.
It is tied together.
Okay. She's got the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms as her new sponsor. But she's looking a little rough. But
a little bit rough there.
Maybe
Greta.
She's coming to the dark side, and she's like, just screw it. And then, you know how my mind thinks. I'm thinking, who would put those three together? And when would they ever all come three combined? And I'm like, who would be drinking a beer, smoking a cigarette, and plucking at some cans, right? And then I was like, well, that explains half my, friends.
Yeah, it does explain half your friends.
Half my friends would be doing that. So,
yeah.
maybe it makes more logical sense.
It does.
Why they're all bundled
Absolutely,
together.
It does.
And then I thought, well, what else could they bundle to save money?
What else could they bundle?
I'm thinking, logically, they could control bowling, pool, shooting pool, bowling. Those are close, and then chips, potato chips.
Potato chips. Okay.
Yeah. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Right.
No.
But we're gonna regulate those three things and bundle them together.
Because you know how potato chips need to be regulated
along with bowling and pool and
pool.
Probably are found in the same place a lot, because they're pool halls at bowling alleys, right?
Yeah, that makes about the sense of our government, though. Yeah, it does.
Right.
Really, it does. Woo,
so
that was a lot.
Have we stayed antiviral?
Yeah, we have stayed antivirus.
We are still antiviral.
Okay.
Good.
So, we saw a commercial about Chase.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we saw a commercial about Chase Bank, right? Because banking's all in the news
Tell us
this
about
week.
It,
so,
Debbie.
Chase Banking, their logo is "Come bank with us for better tomorrows." And
come bank with us today and
tomorrow
for better tomorrows.
Okay. Anyway, I like the way I said it better.
No, that's what it is. Though.
Okay.
You can't change their logo.
Their logo.
No.
But anyway, me and Mark were talking, and we were like, they should change it. Come bank with us today because we might not be here tomorrow.
With all that's going on.
We might not be here tomorrow. Yeah. So, anyway, a little banking humor there going on.
Yeah, and you'll probably get into that news coming up here.
We will get into that news
coming up. There's a lot of craziness going
on.
Oh,
man, it's been a week.
And I'm sure you're going to talk about Langford here in Oklahoma.
Yes, I am.
Questioning. And he's got a good point.
Oh, my gosh. It was eye-opening.
I'm going to say one thing. Listen, people. They say don't, it's your fault if you destroy the bank, if you make a run on it, right?
Yeah.
No,
it is. Yeah.
No, listen, people, it's my money. I put it in there.
I want it back.
And you better be, responsible if I want it back. It's mine. I don't give a crap.
Yeah,
if
it needs
fails,
to be there when I need it.
It better be there.
When I get retired, I'm going to need it.
If I take it out, I didn't kill the banking system. Right? No, I didn't kill the banking system. I just took it out.
Right.
So don't give me a hard time.
Don't give me a hard time.
And then all those politicians, don't do it.
Don't do it.
I think maybe, like our title said in our antiviral thumbnail, that Ned might be on this story.
He might be on this story.
So
yeah.
We'll go
he
check
might
that
be.
out.
And another thing about our thumbnail was, if all the banks collapse and our money is worthless, we're all going to be living by the river in the back of our trucks.
Yeah.
So here
That's
pretty soon. So, So that was where we were going with that.
We might all have to be moving on.
Yes. Yeah, we might all be catching fish for dinner.
Maybe it wasn't just clickbait.
It wasn't totally.
It was saying it's time to move on from.
Yeah. Well, I think they're going to force us to move.
Well, they're going to. Yeah, they're moving on.
They're moving on. They're moving on.
The CB Central Bank isn't working out too good, so they're moving on.
Yeah,
there you go. But again, I just wanted to prove a point that we will stay. We saw how many times do we see moving on? 10?
Oh, yeah, this
at
week?
least 10. Yeah,
everybody was,
I was like, what's going on? Where's everybody going? You know, everybody's moving except for us. We're still here on the couch here doing nothing, man.
Maybe because it's spring, we're all moving on. So anyway,
we better get on it.
Zombie 5 had a good point.
Oh, yeah,
She said, don't run into the bank. Just walk up.
Yeah.
Just walk. It's a walk run. It's a bank walk. It's a bank walk.
All right. Got it.
Bank walk. We got new words.
Do you want to get out the slides and start with slides? Or okay. I like to just get back out just to see.
Yeah, we got some news on that too. About the whole TBDC.
It took a lot of effort just to make
to make that one slide.
I mean, I could cut out a real beer can and it could have been a lot better.
It could have been.
But I don't have time. So I just kind of slapped that together real fast. But that there's funny right there.
So something you don't know is I'm
coming back out to you. What are you talking about?
Something you don't know is that we had a video from a long time ago, like last year, that YouTube took down just recently, right? And I put in for a reprieve or
how did that go? How did that go?
They rejected it.
Really?
Yes, they do that.
I can do that every time, but what was it? I mean, that was a long time ago, and everything's true.
I don't know.
So, my goodness,
who knows? But anyway, the YouTubes.
The old YouTubes.
The old YouTubes. Yeah,
wait until they get a load of this show.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it will be trouble for sure. All right, get out to
the slides.
Yeah, to the slides. Okay.
Talk about it.
So anyway, so the Federal Reserve is going to pump up to $2 trillion into the banking system.
That is nuts balls.
That's nuts balls. So and it won't be enough. It won't be enough. Yeah, it won't be enough. There's not enough money. And then I heard that there is only like printed money right now in the system.
Liquidity.
Printed
am I right?
Is
that
dollars.
What it's called? Liquidity.
Printed actual dollars. There's only $2 trillion in circulation. So actual printed money. There's only two.
You want to talk about the biggest Ponzi scheme ever?
The rest is just digits on the screen.
Once you realize it's a Ponzi scheme, just like FTX and all the other ones, it's over. Yeah, it's over. Yeah. Then boy, we're so shadow banned.
No, I know. So anyway, so the markets didn't do much. The stock market, it kind of stayed up and down, but even for the week. And the bond market, there was a lot of buying going on. So who do you think that was? The Federal Reserve.
Yeah, of course, yeah. They got their own scheme going. They're going to keep on doing it until they
the government does not have money. They get it from the Fed, which is not a federal
whenever Bitcoin came out, they're like, man, that's the best Ponzi scheme ever.
Yeah.
They don't even have anything.
Yeah, I'm still not sure about Bitcoin. You can't see it.
It's on some kid's graphics card down in his basement.
I'm not sure about it.
And people are loving it. You know, it's like, so the central bank is like, we got to do that, man. We're a little late to the game. We got to do that. You know, that digital currency stuff is great. Plus, they can control it.
Yeah. All right, go on to the next slide. You can go on to the next.
Man, I'm winded today.
So Janet Yellen, she went in front of the Congress and told everybody that the banking system is sound. Everything is okay, people. Yeah. Do not worry about the trillions and trillions of dollars that we are printing out of thin air.
Oh, my gosh.
And what happens when you print trillions and trillions of dollars out of thin air?
Yeah. Inflation.
Look for loaves of bread at $10. A loaf of bread here soon.
Venezuela, here we come.
Yeah, it's already pretty bad. I'm already thinking I'm
we went there and
eating.
Potato chips were $6.
I know. It's terrible.
You know, and pretzels and potato chips were like ungodly expensive, like a steak dinner now. You know, it's crazy. Whatever.
Right. Okay. So while she was in front of this, there was a very interesting exchange between her and go to the next slide.
All right. Going to the next slide.
And Langford.
Oh, yeah, it was good.
From Oklahoma. Yeah. And we're not going to play that clip because it's
long.
Boring.
It's boring. And we're just going to give you the
headlines.
Yeah, go ahead.
So anyway, he goes, okay, so Silicon Valley Bank, you bailed them out. You made all the depositors whole, even if they had over $250,000 in their account. No matter how much money they had in their account, you're going to back those accounts. Are you going to do the same for my good people at the local banks in Oklahoma? And she said,
"Well, they're not important.
Not so much.
They're not big enough.
They're not big enough. They don't affect the economy the way SVB
So little Mopage,
right?
Little shop.
We don't
that has $750,000 in there.
Mm-hmm.
They're just out there 500 because nobody cares about the little.
Mm-hmm.
It's not equal. It's maddening. But
so then he gets into he's like, so is it true that some of these depositors were foreign entities, such as people from China, even including the CCP depositors,
and they got bailed out,
and they got all their money back. And it was true.
It's maddening.
It was true. It was maddening.
If you stick to a rule, everybody knows the rule, and you just, and then this is what makes no sense to me too, is, you have banks, and they make their money from loans, making sound, supposedly sound loans, right? That's why nobody could get a loan back in the day unless you had somebody to back you or collateral. So sound loans.
Right.
But then now the banks have like stockholders too. Right. So now you got to appease the stockholder by making more than other banks. So they invest in your bank. Those two things should not go together. It's like alcohol, tobacco, firearms do not belong in. You shouldn't let banks have stocks because now and then there goes the Ponzi scheme right out the window again. It's like, and the people that lose out the biggest were the stockholders. They didn't get a guarantee like, oh, your stock's going to be
no.
Boom.
They knew the risk.
And they lost.
Yeah, they knew the risk, but these people that knew that the FDIC only insures $250,000, they didn't know the risk.
So what I'm trying to say is your 401k, you at home that think that you're not invested in that, you are invested in that, and your 401k is tanking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
You want me to get on to the next slide?
Yes, that would be great.
That was pretty long for being short. But
that was short. That was a short version.
It's important
of that exchange. It was very important. Right. So other than the other banks that had failed last week, we have Credit Suisse, or however you say Suisse.
It's not Swiss, but it's pronounced Swiss.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a Switzerland bank.
It is?
Isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It just it should be spelled SW.
Right? Okay, anyway, I thought that's what the conclusion we came to.
I failed English, so...
But anyway, it went down, and they bailed it out, so it spread to Europe, so it's a global thing that's happening, not just a United States thing that's happening, because I got to thinking, maybe, like we always say, have a little bit of cash in hand, just in case the banking system goes down for a day or two, but maybe we should have, like, other countries kind of currency, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think it's going to be a worldwide phenomenon.
It's about time to get out to net.
It is just
so I'm going to take a little break, but we got a minute, so I thought I'd fill it in. We were going around reading the kids' signs. We're third and fourth grade janitors. That's where you're getting your news
that's
from.
Where you're getting your news. So anyway,
so we were reading it. What was that one kid is like? What would you, like your friends, your family, if you had a wish, what would you wish your family to be? And he was like, alive. Alive. And then he's like, what do you wish for the world? That it doesn't, go kablowy and
it doesn't.
I don't know if I can say the word.
It doesn't go bam.
Balloon.
I was like, that's a good wish. And that's a good wish.
It was a lot. It was funny.
They were funny.
And a couple of them. And what do you wish for your friends? I forget. But there was like, we should just tear them down and bring them in and get the best of the best. Because these kids are...
Yeah, Tamara and David, bartering is going to be the thing of the future for a while.
Yes.
Anyway, especially if you want to stay out of the CBDC system.
Digital.
The digital
I'm not
system,
doing it. I said,
which is coming.
I probably missed out on millions of dollars, whatever, Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But if somebody explains it to me and I can't understand it, and it's just on, and you can lose, like if you don't have like some kind of receipt or something like that, and your computer dies, like if you're the one mining and your hard drive goes bad, it's gone. I don't understand.
Yeah, I know.
Was it anything to begin with?
I don't know. Right. I don't know. So it's time for Ned.
Let's get out to Ned.
It's time for Ned. Ned is like biting at the bit to get on
let's
the
get
street.
out to him. He looks troubling, too.
Yeah, he does look troubled.
Go away!
Ned, we're live. Can you hear us?
Go away!
Ned!
Yeah, I got you guys. It might be hard to hear you because of the crowd.
Okay.
But I got you.
Why is there a crowd?
What are you doing? And where are you?
I'm at a bank in Stroud, Oklahoma.
Oh, he's close.
Yeah, what? Stroud, that's right up the road.
I was sent here by the big guy with Hunter, and we're going to Banks. Go away! Telling these people to quit making a run on the Banks. Everything is okay. Stand down. Stand down, and don't worry about it anymore. Please, guys, please. Okay. Yeah.
He quieted the crowd.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Good. Hey, since you're right up the road, why don't you come down here and get an onion burger?
I know I'm just up the road from you.
An onion burger.
But I can't make it down there, guys. I can't come get an onion burger because, listen, you guys are antiviral. You're never going to be anything big. So I'm not even going to waste my time coming by Studio Y and coming to El Reno and getting an onion burger, okay?
Well, listen, we're family, by gosh, and family sticks together. We don't care about it.
I know we're family, but listen, guys, I know we're family, but it doesn't matter. Listen, whenever you guys get more than 100 people watching you, you come and talk to me then, maybe. But until then, I ain't coming back to El Reno, Oklahoma.
All right. Well, I hear Corey and Cynthia is in Oklahoma. Can you find them and tell them that we would like to have an onion burger with them?
So Corey and Cynthia Davis are in Oklahoma, and you want me to go find them and tell them to stop by for an onion burger.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll do my best to do that. And maybe they'll hire me. They're a bigger channel than you, so maybe they'll take me in. True. And they're going places while you guys are stuck going antiviral.
Oh my!
All right, well, but still, listen, that's me, and we're twins.
Whatever. Listen, guys, I don't want to hear it anymore about come see me. Your family. I mean, we're twins. I don't want to hear any of that anymore. I'm done with it. I'm over you guys. Back to you.
All right,
back to us. So I'm glad he's on the I'm sure the banking system is safe now.
Well, he's got a good point, though,
Yeah.
And we highly recommend you go watch Corey and Cynthia Davis. They're out there traveling in their real truck. Our thumbnail, not so much, but they're out there traveling around. And if you hear us out there, Corey, I don't think they watch us anymore.
I don't think so either.
They thought we were ignorant and ridiculous.
No.
If you're out there, though, we'd love to see you. Come on down for an onion burger and on or off camera, too. We just want to, hang out and meet friends. So there you go.
Meet up with friends.
That was Ned. You want to get back out to the news before we open up the phone
that would be great.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, so much happening. So anyway, it's a global thing going on right now with the banking system. All banks are in trouble right now. So keep going.
All right, here we go. All right.
So another one was in the States was First Republic, and bunches of the big banks got together and gave them lots of money, but it's still they're still having trouble. So again, it's not going to be enough money to throw at these banks to get them liquid, because there's just not enough cash in the system at all. So, and anytime you print money out of thin air, what happens? Inflation.
And you can ask the experts; they'll tell you that. But you ask a politician, their laws of physics
don't apply
in
the real world.
And
everything's fine.
And anything.
Everything's fine. So anyway,
this was big news.
We had and in the WAR front, we had an American drone that collided with Russian fighter jets over the Black Sea.
They kind of say collide. They showed one shot. They were trying to dump fuel on it, and they missed the first time. And the second time, they did, and then They didn't show it, so it might have hit it, or the fuel dump.
Yeah.
Either way, and it's just like taking out a spy balloon almost.
Yeah, almost.
It's like, I'm sure it's over international waters.
Yeah.
But,
but we don't have anything in the Black Sea to go retrieve it, so the Russians are retrieving it.
And they're benefiting on that.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, listen, we're supplying their Ukraine with weapons.
Right. And we don't know who was in control of the drone.
You can technically say, oh, well, we're not in war. We're just supplying the war. Well, if you're a supplier, guess what?
You're at war.
You're in the war.
You are in the war.
Don't try to sugarcoat it any other way.
Right. And Lila just jumped in the chat, and she reminded me of something.
What's that?
We forgot to do furry friends, and she likes furry friends, but we'll do it after the news. We have 3 furry friends.
Yeah, we got 3
furry friends today.
I was going to say flurry friends.
Flurry friends. Okay, let's
move this along real fast.
No. We got time.
All right, we got time?
Yeah,
okay.
we got time.
All right.
Okay,
furry
so
friends is
other
coming.
international news is the ICC judges issued a warrant for the arrest of Putin over war crimes in Ukraine. So I'm sure Putin is in the process of turning himself in to get this taken care of.
Well, gosh golly, guys.
Gosh golly.
They want me.
We should be nice at war.
Yeah, I'm just going to go down and turn myself in.
We're just going to go turn ourselves in. Well, everything's fine. Yeah, we'll take care of this. We'll figure this out and everything
Not that any of our politicians have ever just dropped drone strikes on innocent civilians. I think one happened down in Somalia here, real recent, but I don't want. That's all speculation.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. So whatever we're doing is okay.
Right. Okay. Well, it's a good thing we waited for furry friends, since I don't think she was in at the very beginning. So now she'll be able to see it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
we already talked about this. Let's go.
No.
All right, go.
Because this is a different subject. So you're not allowed to say the B word anymore, right? The B word is bad. Bail out.
Taboo.
It's backstop now. They're backstopping the banks.
Yeah.
A new word. We got a new word for our vocabulary, backstop.
So we're taking your tax dollars.
And we're backstopping the banks.
Or just printing.
Printing money out of thin air.
Here we go.
Right. Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
So,
Little Frenchie.
Well, she talked to me and she said in France, they love to do their protests, but it's getting pretty insane over there.
Yeah, it's ramping up. It's ramping up.
What happened is they pushed through a vote using emergency powers, and they didn't vote on it, and pushed the retirement age from 62 to 64. So those poor people still get to retire 3 years before us. But anyway, they're in the streets protesting, and I think they're striking. So. Like, they haven't picked up the trash in weeks. It's getting really bizarre, and they're catching everything on fire.
I started working before. I was 16. So I was, like, not putting into the system. But I started working around 11, 12 years old, right?
Yeah.
Mowing lawns and stuff like that. And then, I got 16. I've been putting into the system.
Yeah.
Since I was 16. Now, that should be a factor in this all. Like, when... and how much did you put into the system, right? And like, if you just, started putting in at 60, you don't get it at 6. You don't get it.
You have to do a little bit of work.
Oh my gosh, it's like this whole system. That's why the government should have stayed out of it. But that we knew what it was. They were taking our tax money, saying it was just for us, and then they spent it on them. They made another rule that said, no, this money is for anything. We duped you. We said it was going to be for you, but then we duped you. All right. Out to the slides. Let's go.
So anyway, they are protesting over there, and that's just big
60,
news over there.
To be honest, if you started at 16, 62 is like 50 years or something.
Yeah.
Of you putting into the system, you deserve a.
You do.
Especially with all your interest, that suppously, is built with it. You should be able to retire by putting in that.
Yeah. Okay. So this is not for the whole fine print there, so don't freak out on me. Okay. So the Fed has been working on this new Fed Now service, which is basically what Jake was talking about, the CDBC. I never remember the initials exactly, but anyway, the digital currency that the Fed wants, where they'll track your credit score and figure out what's going on, right? So anyway, this was an article from last year.
Ooh, gee.
So go to the next slide.
All right, here, let me just put it up in case you want to just read it.
Yeah, you're still not. Yeah.
All right,
it's just small.
Go.
Go to the next one. But this is interesting.
Okay.
And it's still hard to read.
Yeah, but they can read it.
When it's going to launch.
Yeah.
This was an article from last year. It's going to launch this year.
And look what's going on.
In July.
And look what's going on.
In July. And look
at the ironic timing of it all.
Timing is everything. Right. So that is the digital system that they want you on so they can control
this is big news.
Okay. And then, last but not least, Mr. T is back on
both
YouTube and Facebook.
Maybe they found out that he didn't do anything wrong. And
maybe
that
good morning, Larry.
3-letter organizations were collaborating with these people to stifle what he wanted the people to hear. And in my books, that's not right. But okay.
All right. So and then we're back.
All right. All right.
So we got through the news. So anyway, banking system.
I'll put that up again. I like that. I worked really hard on. No, I didn't work that hard. But that's a good picture. Okay. So now, furry friends. Want to get out the furry
I want to get out to furry friends.
Furry friends, let's all get to those furry friends.
All right, so we got furry friends, and we got 3 different people's furry friends. So this right here is Ryan from the Other Brothers Furry Friends. And look at this dog.
Yeah, he's just sticking his tongue out at it. He knew he's getting photobombed, so he's like, I'm just going to stick my tongue out and steal the show. Yeah.
Steal the throat. So again, go check out Ryan with the Other Brother.
His
the channel.
Other Brother.
The Other Brother. So,
by the way.
And do you know the name of the dog? Because I can't remember.
I feel really bad, Ryan. He came to
El Reno,
and I couldn't, he had 30 minutes. I was slap dab, cleaning up, so we didn't get together. But next time, give me a little bit of heads up. I'll make sure I get out there to at least say hi.
Back to Country says his accounts are back, but he's staying on Truth Social, which I would imagine that. Yeah.
Okay.
I would imagine that's
he's
true.
on all 3.
Right.
But it's weird that he's now being But now he's being indicted. Did you hear that?
I did hear that. Him and Putin. Him and Putin.
Are being indicted.
Yeah.
And, you want to talk about people doing worse things.
Yeah.
But and getting away with it, whatever.
Yeah.
Don't get me started. You know how I feel about that. Okay, go ahead. Who's this?
Okay, this is Ricky.
Ricky, okay.
And it was sent in by Ann at Little Frenchie in Big Texas, which I have her shirt on today. Go check out her channel. And Ricky is watching our last week's live. So go to the next little slide there. Watching our live. We need to get
she probably likes the fish down in Islamorada.
Probably. We got to get that slide up in a minute.
We'll get that going. And, those golden cats are some of the best cats. I don't know. They think they own the house and everything.
Okay. And then, last but not least, we have Flash.
I know who Flash is.
And Flash, it was sent in by Lou at Homestead Lou.
Yeah.
And Flash, he gave to his parents 13 years ago, but both of his parents have passed away now. And so he's got Flash back. And
Flash is cool.
I had a beagle growing up.
Yeah.
Beagles are really good dogs. So
it was a cool dog. We got to meet Flash a month or so ago, and Flash is just chilling. He's got his own little bed set up there in Lou's tiny cabin and just loving life.
Yeah.
He's going to have a good, riding out to the sunset with Lou.
Yeah. So, and that's it.
All right.
That's it. So that's our furry friends that we have for you today. Right. And so send your furry friends in to twooldpeopleonacouch at gmail.com. And we will
open up the lines.
Let's open up the lines and go out to the marina if we can.
I'm going out there.
And Larry has told us that Trump expects to be indicted on Tuesday. So, that's what Larry is telling me. You're not listening to me.
Larry, Tuesday might be indicted.
Right.
Might be. We'll see. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's like Teflon Don.
Yeah, and with all this banking stuff, and that was sort of my theory that it was smoke and mirrors, but I don't know that it's smoke and mirrors because I thought the banking system was in trouble for a long time, right? Anyway, but so I don't think it's all smoke and mirrors, but convenience, never let a emergency go to waste, right?
Yeah, don't let a
what we're not talking about anymore is the tapes that came out about the rest of the tapes about January 6th.
The how bad everything is going. And Biden can just run out and say, listen, everything's fine. And then hightail it, not answer one question about anything.
Right.
Don't pay attention. Look over here. Look, see, like that. That guy's distracted right now on the pier. Yeah. I don't know what he's taking a picture of. Look over here. Meanwhile, this guy is still in his back pocket. Going to go over and take his back pocket.
No, he's not.
That's how the system works.
Now, did you have a video you were going to show?
Can I show this video real quick before we, get going too far?
Oh, thank you, Tamara and David. I love that.
All right, here we go.
That's sweet of you.
And start reading.
No,
okay,
not
so
that
the
one.
movie goes like this. The biggest...
That was last week. That was a few weeks ago.
I didn't go big with it because I didn't want it to be a disaster and take down
our show again. All right.
Well, this is our vice president, and I guess the NCAA tournament, March Madness is going on.
Yeah.
And her alma mater, I don't know what, but I don't follow basketball. I don't really follow Kamala, but this was, brought up to my attention. So let's go ahead and play that. This is kind of hilarious.
Okay.
You guys are so good. Played hard. You played to the very last second. You made all us Bisons so proud. You hustled out there. You are smart. You are disciplined. You put everything you had into the game. And that's what it's about, right? Until the last minute. You guys did that. You didn't stop until the last second. You did not stop. And that is so inspiring. So you keep playing with chin up and shoulders back. Because you showed the world who Bison are. Right? I mean, literally what you have done is in historic proportion. I was at Howard back in the day where we were just happy that there was a game. Much less getting to this place. Right? And I see Bison literally all over the world. And we've been talking about you, this team, you all, this team, this year, this team. You make us so proud. So I know you may not be feeling great right now, okay? But know who you are. You are excellence. You are hard work. You are powerful. And you are winners. All right? So please know that. Please know that. And I'll see you later. And if you guys ever want to come and do a White House tour, where's Coach? Where's Coach? There you are. Come, so we plan, if you guys want at some point, right? When it's like when you feel like playing hooky at Friday afternoon, whatever. Just come and we'll do a White House tour, okay? All right, I'm so proud of you guys. So proud of you. All right, I'll see you later.
All right.
Lazy Days said, is she talking to third graders?
That's exactly what I said. I said, is it a kindergarten team that just lost? But you are excellence.
Yeah.
If you're, that's all they expect, whenever they diversify hire too and everything. It's like, you guys are excellence, even though you lost, but no, I know that is, she's addressing grown men.
I know. Yeah. In college.
Holy cow. That is cringe beyond belief. I thought I had to throw that up there.
Yeah.
Let's get back out there. Okay. Now, I did not check to make sure the buzzer's working, so let me do that while we're doing this here.
Okay.
See, it's not. So all I got to do is clear this out. It should work, and we should get rings coming in here.
Okay, so if you would like to call in and talk about the banking system and what you think is going on or anything else that's going on in your life this week or whatever you want to discuss, go ahead and call in and
in the description.
The floor will be yours.
I think I did put the description in there. Is the link to video, but call video. And again, we're open to anybody, and we'll be respectful to anybody's view. So if you kind of disagreed with everything we said,
call in, and we'll still give you the floor for a minute.
And if you're not allowed to collaborate with us, use fake names. Like you can be like David and Mary, right? Call in, say you're David and Mary. If you're not allowed to collaborate with us, and that way you don't hurt your contract or anything like that, right? We don't want to hurt anybody's contract or deal that they made with anybody.
Right.
So use false names.
Oh, okay. Like Tom and Jerry. It could be Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah,
Call in Tom and Jerry.
And tell us anything.
But don't use your real names so you don't get in trouble.
Right. So anybody that wants to call in and talk or whatever. And so what else do you have? So that was a lot of information. It has been an interesting day. I am kind of a accounting geek in the background. It's my hobby. Yeah. So, which is really sad that accounting is kind of your hobby. But anyway, it's anyway, I find the banking system fascinating. Well, I find what's going on fascinating. And I've said for a long time, I listen to a lot of really smart people that have told me for a long time.
We've got a call coming in. Stand by.
That it is not good.
Let's see who we have here.
All right.
Call from
Larry.
Oh. Good morning, Larry.
How are you today, Larry?
I'm well. How are you guys?
We're doing good.
What do you have going on today, Larry?
Well, I was trying to have a conversation with you guys, and I got timed out in your chat.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, I know. They're just not sure about your views, and they don't know you like we know you.
Yeah.
So, you have an opportunity to learn about your views.
Yeah.
I would love to share some information with you that you probably don't know.
Okay.
Please, Larry.
That would be
away.
fine.
And we're sorry, we got like 5 million moderators that might not know you or what our show. We like open conversation, so I apologize. The floor is yours, sir.
Yeah. Are
you guys aware of the company Cambridge Analytica or the company Deeproot Analytics?
No. I kind of saw your comment, like you're saying that is steering how we see the world.
Yeah. So basically, Cambridge Analytica before 2015 was used to incite coups.
Okay.
In Central and South America.
Oh,
and what they do is they scrape Facebook profiles and they compile your data together.
Okay.
And they create a personality profile just for you.
Oh,
and
isn't
then
that nice?
They cater your information to you specifically. That's what I mean by steer. They know how to word things specifically for you, and they use algorithms to do that.
It's kind of almost like
What concerns me is if you look up Cambridge Analytica, that's the company that Donald Trump employed to win 2016. And that company got caught scraping 80 million Facebook profiles in 2016. And not only did they get caught, they had to pay a huge settlement, right? So it's a real thing. So what I'm saying is these algorithms have slowly brainwashed people into and I'm not saying that liberal companies there are Democratic candidates that use companies similar to this.
Yep.
But nothing is sinister that has been used in actual coups and has stolen actual information. The current one the GOP is using is called Deeproot Analytics.
I think I've heard that one.
And they got caught stealing over 100 million personal profiles from people. And now they're using that to deliver your information, your news feeds, your social media feeds. Everything is filtered through this company and delivered on your plate.
Well,
so why would you block me for trying to share this information with you?
But
this is very important, and it's true.
Yeah, well, we're letting you talk right now, and I'm not saying, I think it's being done on both. Our motto here is do your own research. Like once you hear something that's given to you on these platforms, it is your duty to go out and find out whether or not it's factual or non-factual. So whether it's Trump, whether it's the Democratic Party or whatever, please. I watch, I look at MSNBC highlights on YouTube, and I don't have cable, but I look at everything on both sides. I look at things on both sides.
Everything on both sides.
Yeah.
Because none of us have the information that we need to make informed decisions, and anyone that thinks that they do,
right,
are very ill-informed. No
Absolutely.
one has the information that they need to make an informed decision. So why are you making decisions?
Exactly. Well,
that's why. The second thing that I tried to bring up in the chat was I have studied Nazi propaganda towards the Jewish people, and how over the course of 11 or 12 years, they lulled people in Europe into thinking that the Jewish people were the cause for all of their banking problems, social problems, everything.
Yep.
So why do you blame liberal Democrats, or let me back up there, the Uniparty now, for all the problems?
Okay, I will tell you exactly.
Well,
the Reichstag fire is what I've been always saying on this show. The Reichstag fire, the Nazis used the Reichstag fire to squelch a whole party and silence them. And it was organized by, it was done by the Nazi Party. And with that event, it stifled one whole.
It was the pre-Nazi Party.
And so,
they were called the Green Shirts.
Okay. And so after that, that gave more power to them. And I'm saying that's what J6 was a setup to silence us, backers of, say, Trump, who I don't think is really Democrat or Republican, to silence us from being able to tell our side of the story of what's going on. That's just my personal opinion.
But you look at Tucker's footage where he edited out, the windows being broken, Ashley Babbitt being shot in the face, and you said there wasn't any violence on January 6th?
He did not say that. He just was showing the other side of, the one party.
We've already seen the violence.
The MSNBCs and CNNs showed just the violence, and not. I literally saw somebody going live there.
If you have this large group of people that are willing to fight for this cause, take their country back by force, quote unquote, you have all these people. Now listen here.
All right.
Now you have to acknowledge the fact that red states don't do very well with education. They don't do very well with poverty. They don't do very well with obesity and diabetes and drug epidemics.
Yeah, we're conservatives.
The top 7
we don't tax
recipients of federal welfare are red states. You guys are convinced, you look it up, it's true. And you guys are convinced to snap right over. Oh, what about California and New York? They pay for their own fucking welfare.
Well, we live in the reddest state of all time. And
I live in Montana.
Now listen, I'm one to say if you need to get something, you need to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really like the government helping out at all. I don't like Social Security. Yes, I want my money from Social Security because I put into it because I was forced to. But in the long run, I didn't want to put any money. I just wanted to take that money and invest it myself, my own way. That's the difference between, say, like California that wants to take care of everybody, on the taxpayer's dime. And Oklahoma, we just want to live.
So it's conducive to having a homeless population.
Say that again?
California is warm, and the people that live there are wealthy. Yeah. So it's conducive to having a homeless population.
Yeah, absolutely.
No
if I was homeless, I'd move to California too.
Or the Bahamas.
Yeah, or the Bahamas.
Yeah, I think, Larry, we agree on a lot of things.
Uh-huh.
And
so I also want to say that I don't consider myself a conservative. I don't consider myself a liberal, a Democrat, or Republican. Okay? Because I'm looking at how people are being drug around by these politics and how they're being manipulated to vote a certain way. And now I'm seeing all of these evangelical churches. I call them Trump churches because they've replaced the Gospels with politics. They're in there preaching to people that the world's going to end, and all these things that we're seeing are signs of the end times. So you've attached everyone completely hardcore to these politics. And I fear that if Donald Trump doesn't get elected this next time around, if the election is quote unquote stolen again, I don't know, 4,000 mules this time.
Yeah, definitely.
That there's going to be a huge revolt.
Well,
and
yeah,
I live in
Montana.
Montana.
That's true.
Let's just put it this.
This is my roots. This is where I come from. Is conservative family values. Okay.
Larry, I'm with you. I think that the election should be.
Let me just finish this one thought.
Okay,
please.
go ahead. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So you've got all these people that are being led around by this carrot of, oh, this person speaks my language. He's going to restore the values that I grew up with, blah, blah, blah. If you look at the population of people that support Donald Trump, they're mostly people that didn't leave their hometowns for better education and opportunity. Mostly uneducated people. And by uneducated, I just mean that, you don't have a college degree, you aren't able to move to a big city and get a $95K a year job.
Yeah, I got to disagree with you there, but
we had a tech revolution. We had a tech revolution, okay? Mm-hmm. And everything changed. It is no longer the industrial age. Right. And there's all these people in rural America that got left behind. Mm. So what do you do with this huge group of people? You know what I think they did? I think they turned all of these people against liberals and said that they're the problem. And these people are going to rage. They're going to grab their guns and they're going to go out when Donald Trump gets arrested or not elected or whatever. They're going to go out in the streets and they're going to try to fight to take their country back.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Of course they are going to try to take their country back.
And they're going to get mowed down by attack helicopters.
Oh, okay.
And they're going to get mowed down because they do not. So I think it's ethnic cleansing. I think you all are headed towards ethnic cleansing. You've got all these extra people that they didn't know what to do with, and they're just going to let you go out and kill yourselves.
Well, thank you for
your buzzsaw.
Thank you for giving your opinion. We're going to open up the lines and be fair for everybody else, but we are disagreeing on about a lot of things, but I'm glad we let you get your word out.
One thing that you disagree with me specifically?
Yeah,
everything pretty much. I mean, go ahead, Deb.
I don't disagree with a lot of stuff that you said. I don't disagree that. I'm trying to remember everything that
elections. Elections should be more secure.
Well, I think
no blanketed mail-in ballots. Go ahead, Deb.
You're not letting me think about what I was listening to everything that you had to say, and I am with you. I believe that the whole government has been taken over.
Absolutely. The one world order.
Yes. Like, we don't have a voice
not our country.
In the country. And
Larry, it's not our country.
I can include or not include Trump in that. The reason why a lot of people vote for Trump is we don't see another solution at all. We don't see anybody else on our side at all. And so all you're saying about the government and about how they're pitting us against each other and all that kind of stuff and how it's been taken over, I agree with everything that you're saying on all those fronts. Where I disagree with you, and I don't know, you can tell me in a minute where you're actually from and all that kind of stuff in a minute. So when you say, the red states or the flyover states they got left behind in education, that is conjecture. I don't know. That is perspective. Where you say we got left behind and we didn't move to the city and get a 95K
There's people
job.
in the city that don't even know who's president, on their education.
I don't see that as a step up. I see that as a step down. I enjoy being where I'm at in my small town. I enjoy, all of my homestead friends enjoy growing their own food. We don't see our lack of education as making us dumb. at all. I have a college.
I have
an associate's
two
degree.
degrees.
Mark has a bachelor's degree and an associate's degree. So
I have 2 degrees. And the thing is, I grew up in Pennsylvania, and I would never move back to that state right now. That's the most corrupt state on the planet. I wouldn't.
But what my
never
point,
go back.
My point is, you know, people that live in the city and are happy living in the city, then that's where they're comfortable at. And people that live in the country, that's where they're comfortable at. And
absolutely, I agree with you 100%.
So
and I wish that we could afford to live in rural America, but it seems like the only people that can afford to live in rural America right now are baby boomers that got theirs when the get was good.
Now, there's people are born here poor, and they don't leave this state. They stay here poor.
Yeah,
and we're janitors now.
Yeah,
and that's fine. That doesn't mean that you're good people, and that doesn't mean you lack common sense.
The cost of living is the cheapest
here
than anywhere else in the United States. So it's more affordable for people to come here and live than anywhere in the United States, in Oklahoma. Cost of living is cheap.
And I don't know.
I was born in Oklahoma.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So,
I was born in Weatherford.
Then you know.
Cool.
Then you know.
I love Weatherford. You know, that's a nice.
Cost of living here is great.
That is a very nice town. I like. Yeah. It's a college town.
So on the flip side here.
Okay.
You look at a liberal. They're a person that left their. Let's just say that they're a person that left their small hometown, and they went to the big city to get their education, and now all of a sudden they're surrounded by all these different types of people, all this different, wisdom and knowledge from different cultures and different parts of the United States and different parts of the world, and all of a sudden they develop this ability to coexist within that mix of people. Okay. They no longer have to use they've learned to use their words and their intellect to navigate that situation.
Yeah, I've lived in the city, or close to the city. And
we've lived in the city, and
I've hung around. Debbie worked in the city.
Yeah,
and we've lived in the country. So we know how both. You do have to act a little different, more like streetwise. Like you got to watch your surroundings in a city. Where out in the country more, you're like, hi, what's up? You all say hi to each other.
But as to your point about cultures and everything, okay, so when they had the whole Black Lives Matter stuff going on and everything, and they were telling me how I wasn't diverse enough and everything, and they made me feel guilty. And so I was like sitting on my front porch feeling guilty about how I live in a white neighborhood surrounded by white people. And all of a sudden I look around my neighborhood and I'm like going,
we're the minority on this block.
We're the minority on this block.
We're the minority.
Several Mexican families.
Why are we feeling like we're the
black
special?
Families.
And we never thought of it as like color. We
never thought of it.
We were like,
color.
oh, that's our neighbor, that's our friend,
yeah.
And we never really realized
that we do live in a diverse
and that they're different colors or anything. Like we don't care.
And don't you think in a couple generations though, rural America is kind of experiencing the same downfall in education and opportunities that Black people were experiencing in urban areas that disallowed them from buying homes and generating generational wealth so that they could pay for their kids to go to college, so they could co-sign on cars and homes for their kids.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What do you think happens out here in the country?
I'm going to tell you one thing that's hurting our education, and this is just my opinion because I see it, and this is just fully my opinion, is that the government regulates the schools to death, to where we here in Oklahoma can't really teach the way we want to
because it's regulated.
And the teachers can't, all teachers could teach a different way as long as the outcome was successful.
Learning.
But all these teachers are stifled and constrained to only teach in a box, and they can't use their best skills to teach the kids. And I think we need to deregulate more and let our district here decide how to teach our children, not the state level or the federal level. Get it back down to...
If you deregulate more, then you're opening the door for Democrats to spend more. because that's the symbiosis. Republicans deregulate and Democrats spend. It's this every 4 to 8 year cycle that bounces back and forth, and they rely on each other.
Kind of keeps us balanced.
Yeah. Well, we're coming up on an hour, and I don't want to be. That's why I said we left this open. We gave you all of our phone time to prove that
one more thing on education in Montana. There, it does swing far right as well, because in Montana there's a bill in the legislature to take out scientific theory from the classrooms in Montana. They only want to teach scientific fact. So they don't want to teach the gravity anymore and all these other theories. Like, what in the fuck?
Okay, well, now we're out of here.
No,
okay.
Larry, actually, that is why they said they, no.
All right.
Well, Larry,
he started cussing there.
He did cuss, and that is...
we're up on our
hour. Larry, you're welcome here anytime.
Yeah, come
but
on,
listen, Larry, that's why they said they timed you out, is because you were cursing in the chat. But I appreciate your opinion.
Listen, we all get our own.
Oh no!
Listen.
Okay, Lila, call in.
Okay. Yeah, come on in, Lila. We'll leave. This has been an interesting day, and it's finally that's what I wanted the whole time. I wanted other people's. I forgot to ask him about his Biden, policies.
Yeah, we don't curse here, Larry.
Listen,
that's all.
Everybody can believe what they want, and we'll give you equal time out there.
Yeah, equal time.
We've never had a really somebody.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved that.
Obviously, he does not like Trump. We know that, and he watches his and he gets his research, and he told us some things of why he believes he doesn't like Trump and thinks that the people that are following him are, kind of lunatic and gonna, take to the streets and everything.
Yeah.
Where I think, with these blanketed mail-in ballots, where you didn't have to show any ID or anything, was a step to just be able to do nefarious things with the election. Yeah. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, and that's what they said. That was the line, is that we just don't curse here. We don't. Okay. We try not to.
Thank you,
guys.
We
try not to curse here. Anyway,
we might
occasionally,
slip, but the F-bomb is a pretty bad one.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what they said in the chat was the only reason why you got timed out or whatever.
Good. I'm glad.
Anyway,
Thank you.
I enjoyed the conversation.
That's what it's all about. Is we want liberals to come in here and chat over here or call in and give their side in a respectful
way. So
I come here and drop your knowledge on us anytime, and of course, you're going to get the opinions of the other side. But boy, that was good. I'm glad we had somebody call in of different opinions. And boy, we can have more different opinions on everything than that. But he's right. You can argue that what we are hearing is all
what we want to hear or whatever.
My mind deduces everything to think that Trump's just one guy. And it's not all about Trump.
God is telling you to be quiet, Lila. God is telling her to be quiet.
But I'm saying he did a lot for me.
Yeah.
Policy-wise, Trump made my life better.
Right. And that's
right
what
now
I
under
always
Biden, not so much. This inflation and everything. And I do believe the CV was a tool, just like the Reichstag fire was a tool to bring down somebody.
Yeah, never let a good crisis go to waste.
And do all kind of different things that aren't even law for an election, you know.
Right.
Look into that, Larry. You might find some things, about that might make your spidey sense go, wow, that's crazy that they let that go down. But again, you might not, you might see it, 180 reversed, because that's the way it is. All right. What else you got? Anybody? Yeah.
Oh, no, David Collier. Yeah, no. Most of everybody here, pretty much everybody here is a conservative. So, yes.
Everybody,
but I appreciate Larry's viewpoints. I just, we can't have the cursing going on.
I don't want to be a show like any other show out there that doesn't let somebody just come in.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to vastly disagree.
Yeah.
Vastly disagree with Larry, but
yes,
we want to be fair and balanced and let people speak their mind.
Yeah.
Again.
Open conversation is where it's at, but sometimes we don't.
Larry started a show, start a YouTube channel.
Yeah. If you don't have one, you might have one.
Man, there's not that many liberal, YouTube channels out there.
Well, there might be. According to the algorithm, we get just put in a box and we're over here in our little box.
Yeah.
So, and I don't believe in algorithms either. But yes, we're way over.
Look, Larry, we're antiviral. We got 36 people.
Yeah.
So, what do we know? We've been told we're ignorant and ridiculous by people. And sure enough, maybe we are. But maybe we're not ignorant and ridiculous either. So, okay, do you want to end this?
Let's end this live. That was an interesting live.
That one. Yeah, that was good.
It went really well. So anyway, I enjoyed everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for having our backs and everything. And that's why we have 1 million moderators in our chat.
Let's do our motto. That way we can go for a little bit because it always cuts off the end. So let's do it right now, and then we'll talk just for a second longer.
Okay.
Until
next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared.
Do your own research and be prepared. That's all we're saying. And Larry's done his research.
He has.
And we've done our research.
Right.
And, who knows who's right and who's wrong. Do your own, though. And, that guy's waving to us.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go. Everybody have a
great weekend. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining in. And, man, let's do it again next Saturday.
Okay. We'll see you next Saturday.